We're on iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. Joy Taylor is joining me, packed today. You know, Joy, we've been in this business a long time, and when stuff leaks, there's a reason it leaks. Is because people, Joy, want it out.
Oh, it's not an accident?
No.
Oh.
You find in our business, when people want stuff out, it
tends to get out.
And if people don't want stuff out, it's amazing how many things happen, and we're surprised by it because nobody wants it out. So suddenly, thank you, Joy, suddenly, all sorts of stuff's leaking for the Lakers. Doc Rivers may be the next Laker coach. That story was broken by a series of people, one Peter Vesey. This is, by the way, no shot on the reporters. Peter's terrific, Hall of Fame writer. That story just now coming out multiple sources. Oh, it makes the Lakers look desirable, doesn't it? The great Doc Rivers. Another story comes out in the last 24 hours. Kobe Bryant bashes the young guys and says, of course you trade Kuzma, Alonzo, and Brandon Ingram for Anthony Davis. He's one of the best players ever. One of the best players in the world. Why did these come out? Because somebody wants them out. Okay, I live in Los Angeles. The last 2 weeks, this has become an anti-Laker town, anti-LeBron. I've never seen this team get this kind of press. It's been a disaster. Words like, Titanic, disaster, hopeless, over, as the Clippers in the same building are going to make the playoffs. So the Lakers have a narrative problem right now. They got a narrative problem. So they send that word out about Doc Rivers, and I don't think Doc Rivers is going to coach the Lakers, but it makes it look like the Lakers' job's now very desirable. I mean, Doc Rivers won titles. He's up for Coach of the Year. He's an all-time NBA guy. Oh, he'd leave Steve Ballmer and Jerry West. He'd leave a playoff team for the Lakers. Do I think he's going to leave the Clippers for the Lakers? No, I don't. But they put a face and a name on the coaching search. It's now exciting. People talking about Doc. Similarly, Kobe Bryant still has a lot of juice in Los Angeles. One of his best friends is Rob Pelinka. That was his agent forever. Pelinka, there's no way Kobe would have said that to hurt his friend Rob Pelinka. But the Laker front office, Magic and Pelinka, have gotten clobbered in the press, nationally, regionally, locally, for all those trade rumors. Not saying it's all their fault, but it made the papers, and the sense is it's crushed the season. So when Kobe comes out and he has juice and he says, hey, come on, of course you trade those guys. It's like, yeah, well, Kobe's right. Yeah, obviously, you can blame the trade rumors, but this is called spinning. This is why companies put out PR and they drop bad news on Friday and give you good news on Monday so the media can talk about it. Listen, the last 6 years, the Lakers have the worst record in the NBA. I'm not joking. Worse than the Knicks, worse than the Suns, worse than Orlando, worse than Sacramento, worse than the Hawks. They do. I'm not joking. They were swept this year, but the last 6 years, Steve Ballmer across town with the Clippers is a billionaire. Jeannie feels like a really rich millionaire. The Clippers have traded their 4 best players in the last 3 years. They're still making the playoffs. Lakers have LeBron, can't make the playoffs. Roster advantage, Clippers. Front office, Jerry West against a former agent in Magic. Advantage, Clippers. Listen, in their own city, it's been a bad year. So when I see stories come out, and congratulations to all the reporters included in this. This is not an indictment on them. Stories leak when people want them out. And this is a classic. Doc is interested in the Lakers. Do I think Doc would leave the Clippers for the Lakers? No, I think he has a very strong relationship with the Clipper owner, Steve Ballmer. I think Doc and Jerry West are very respectful of each other. I don't think Doc and LeBron would work, to be honest. Doc has a strong point of view. Doc's not going to kowtow to anybody. Doc's one of those guys that comes in your building and he brings his own guy, sort of like LeBron. I don't think it would be a perfect fit. LeBron likes to have a little power over his coach. LeBron is not going to control a team and a bench or that flight when Doc's on it. I don't think it would work. I think it's a tasty rumor, and I do think Doc's in his mid-50s and 55-year-old men, Notre Dame football, Yankee baseball, Laker basketball, those are powerful, romanticized brands. But I think what you have with the Lakers is a massive power struggle where Jeannie Buss likes the young guys, owns the team, likes Luke Walton, and wants growth and stability. And Magic and Rob Pelinka want to win. So they go to Kobe, they can put stuff out, and it's a power struggle. And when you have power struggles, my entire life as a reporter, Joy's a reporter, you seize on those, and people give you messages they want out. This last couple of months, I've had more texts, more calls, more people connected to LeBron and the Lakers and Magic. They want their stuff sold to the public. So I just think it's more than a little coincidental that Doc to the Lakers and Kobe blasting the young guys, and I shouldn't say he's blasting the young guys, wildly over the top supporting publicly Anthony Davis move is not a coincidence. So here's a story that broke this morning. Holy moly. Mike Trout of the Angels is going to sign a deal, $430 million in like 12 years and stuff. Oh, that's a lot of money. I never begrudge people for making the most they can. Bryce Harper to the Phillies, Manny Machado to the Padres, Mike Trout to the Angels. Great players on really, really mediocre to below average rosters. In the NFL, if you overpay a guy, Kirk Cousins, you can get rid of him in a year or two. In baseball, it's 12 years of quicksand. Congratulations to the Padres, the Phillies, and the Angels. You will not be in the playoffs anytime soon. This is why I always support NBA stars who move. The public crushes Kevin Durant for joining a winner. But Kevin Durant wants to be rich, but he wants to be relevant. And Steph Curry recruited him because Steph Curry likes being rich, but he likes being relevant. 162 games, 12 years, losing another series in Texas. Congrats on being rich and irrelevant. This is why I always support NBA stars. What we want our athletes to be is care as much about winning as we do as fans, right? Like that means something. We get mad when our teams lose. We want our players to be mad too. NBA guys take less money, short windows, because they want to win. And they want to be known as a winner. And it's not just about the money. This is why I support Kevin Durant and Steph Curry and Chris Paul and LeBron James and guys that move. This is not an anti-Mike Trout take. But I don't think Robinson Cano, when he was a kid, grew up saying, God, I want to be a Seattle Mariner. He was the second baseman for the New York Yankees. They have 27 World Series titles. The Mariners are the third or fourth most popular team in their own city. When he went and got the money, a couple years into it, he realized, I want to go back to the city I was really into, and he goes to New York, not the Yankees, but the Mets. But the point being, every time people bang on these NBA players, you should be putting your arms around them. They want to go play for a winner. They want to play in the playoffs. They want to be in the finals. They want to be relevant. It's not just about paying NBA guys. Major league guys, they're not dopes. Mike Trout knows that contract will limit what the Angels can do this point forward in free agency. Albert Pujols knew it. Josh Hamilton knew it. Joey Votto knew it. Baseball guys, highest bidder, I'm in. Congrats. Congrats. But I look at this Mike Trout thing. If I'm the commissioner of baseball, it's not a win for us. I would love baseball to have 4 and 5 stars converge on 1 or 2 teams, take a little less, and win a little more. I really think that'd be great for the sport. Instead of Machado to a bad team, Harper to the increasingly awful Phillies, Trout re-signing to the second most popular team in Los Angeles. Is it good? I will argue forever. The Warriors may at times bore you. The Warriors frustrate you. KD joining Golden State seems a bit much, but they're not irrelevant. Okay, Warriors are a lot of things. They're not irrelevant. Baseball stars increasingly are 2 things, rich and irrelevant. Nice to have you in. Everybody noticing, I don't know if you paid attention to this, something happened last night. And it was not a great thing for a great player or one that you like more than me. That's coming up. Folks, 66% of men lose their hair by the age of 35 years old. You know, baldness, thanks to science, can be optional. Go to forhims.com, a one-stop shop for hair loss, skin care, sexual wellness for guys. Real doctors, real medical-grade solutions. Just generic equivalents of stuff that works. You don't have to go and have a awkward in-person doctor visit.